personal assistant who arrives early, I think I can get into this. Hey, let's get some coffee, and we can start right to... Hey, are you all right?
I feel terrible.
Oh, no. What do you have, a fever?
No, it's nothing like that. I just said goodbye to Rick.
Oh, that's right. Rick went away to Austria today. Oh, you could have taken the morning off.
No. He didn't ask me to go to the airport with him. Oh, Lee's gone, and I won't see him for months.
Oh, I know 2 months can seem like a really long time. But, you know, if Rick loves you, and I think he does, then I'm sure he's going to hop the plane right after the Nationals are over.
Oh, there were just so many things I wanted to say to him, and I never had the chance.
Well, it's not the end. You can still talk to him.
Not very often, or Dad will have a fit.
Oh, he will he?
Mm-hmm.
Use my phone. Call as often as you like.
Do you mean that?
Of course I mean it. I don't want my assistant walking around in a funk all day. I won't get any work done.
Oh, Lee, you are wonderful.
Everything will be fine.
I just hope I don't bore him to death. I mean, he'll be in Austria doing all kinds of exciting things.
Bore him to death? Come on. Now, I'm sure that the only thing he's thinking about is how you feel about him.
Oh, I could talk about that forever. Thanks for listening to me, Lee. Dad's not real helpful when it comes to this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not sure if I have all the answers, but if you want to talk, you can try me.
Actually, I have a question now.
All right.
Why don't you and my father get along?
Well, don't you pick the toughest question of them all.
Lee, I'm serious. He always seems to be so angry with you. Is there something between you two that I don't know about?
Don't strain yourself, Tom. I can pull my chair out myself. Thanks. Well, your hair is gray, and you have a few more lines in your face, but other than that, you look just like the last time I saw you. But I do hope your disposition has improved.
Well, you haven't changed one iota, Renee. I appreciate the fact you agreed to see me. Order your breakfast?
No, thanks. In my business, time is money, and I don't have a lot of time to waste. Tell me, why do you want to talk to me after all these years?
I have some questions about an ex-employee of yours. Carol Dennison, my ex-wife.
Carol never worked for me. We were just friends, and we visited with each other. And when I was sick, she was always... Tom, I think your heathen blood just boiled over in that hot Nevada sun and fried your brains.
You are lying about her, Renee.
Well, consider this. I'm very proud of my girls. They passed their physicals, they were attractive, they were talented, and they did well right for me. But they never had the class that Carol had. If she had worked for me, the customers wouldn't have been satisfied with anyone else. Now, I may be a lot of things, but I'm not a lousy businesswoman.
That is for sure. Next, you'll be telling me you met her in church. Huh?
Close. We met at the coffee shop round the corner. No. She came in one day, and we struck up a conversation. Then we became friends slowly. She had a big need to talk to someone. But when she found out who I was and what business I was in, it didn't affect our friendship one little bit. She was just as loyal as she could be. And I'm going to be eternally grateful to her for her kindness. Carol showed class and Carol showed courage, which is more than I can say for some people who take away their babies in the dead of night.
My daughter's future is at risk here. Now, I need some truthful answers.
So you don't deny that you took Carol's baby away and left her all alone in the world?
I don't know why the hell I even bothered talking to you, and I might have known you'd cover for Carol.
Oh, my Lord, your disposition hasn't changed at all. You're acting just like you did the last time I saw you. You're gonna throw me out of this restaurant like you threw me out of your house? You just couldn't stand the fact that I bought your daughter a present out of the goodness of my heart. You thought that I put some magical potion on the hairbrush so that Mary Lynn would grow up to be just like me, huh?
Well, I did the right thing when I threw you out of the house, and I'm going to do the right thing again. I'm going to prove Carol was a prostitute, and I'm going to prove she worked for you.
Carol was a sweet and lovely girl, and you did her wrong. I don't know whatever misplaced revenge you're trying to satisfy, but forget it. No one in this town gives a hoot about you, but they all loved Carol. There isn't a person here who's going to stand up and say that Carol ever worked for me.
Excuse me, Renee. I have a plane to catch. Thank you for your time.
Oh, so there's no really concrete reason why your father and I don't get along. It's sort of like, I don't know, we sort of have different views on life. We have different attitudes on everything. It's, you know, it creates this tension. I don't know, it's sort of like, well, have you ever had this classmate who just, he just sort of rubs you the wrong way?
Yes, I can think of one or two.
Okay, well, that's how it is with your father and I. It's, well, I don't know if it's going to get any better either, so look, why don't we get to work, okay?
Do you think it was that way with him and my mother? Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't help wondering about her.
No, I understand.
You know, maybe I'm wasting my time looking for her. Maybe I should have gone to Austria with Rick.
Mary Lynn? You're going to find her.
How can you be so sure?
Well, let's just say I'm an old believer in fairy tales coming true. Mary Lynn, do you have the Winfield folder?
I don't know what I've got. I've been daydreaming for the last half hour.
Yeah, well, you certainly have. This is a Robinson folder.
Sorry. Are you expecting anyone?
No.
Hey.
Rick, you're supposed to be on a plane to Austria.
This is for you. I was on my way to the airport, but I told the cab driver I had to come back. I had to look at your eyes one more time. I had to kiss your lips one more time.
I was just thinking about you. Thinking about all the things I wanted to say.
I'll say them now.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna miss you so much.
Not as much as I'm gonna miss you.
You're going to miss your plane.
I don't want to leave.
Excuse me. Hello.
Lee, I didn't even know you were here.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
Yeah.
Hi. Mary Lynn, why don't you drive Rick to the airport? You can take my car.
Are you sure?
Oh.
You got those?
I got him.
Thanks a lot, Lee.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Bye. Stay. Lee Halpern.
Hello, sweetie pie.
Renee. Oh, good. Did you hear from Tom?
Just like you predicted, he came storming into town like he was riding the tail of a tornado. You are one smart woman, Carol. If you hadn't warned me, Lordy knows what I might have said.
Oh, yeah. So he wanted to hear all about me, huh?
He's out to prove you worked for me. There's nothing to worry about. I stonewalled him and he got on his high horse and marched out.
Oh, great. Do you think he believed you?
No, but there's no way he can prove anything without some cooperation from the folks around here.
Oh, my friend, you are still as wonderful and as generous as ever. Thank you.
Carol, I have to warn you. Tom seemed like a very determined man. He won't quit this crusade of his until he wins or dies.
Yeah, I know the fight's not over, but at least this round belongs to me.
You know, I'm really glad you suggested I go to the airport.
Oh, I know you needed to talk.
And that we did. We talked nonstop. Rick wants to get married when he gets back.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I told him we'd talk about it when he got home.
So you're not sure?
Well, yes, I'm still sure. It's just that I have this silly fantasy about being on a mountaintop with the wind blowing in our faces and Rick proposing and me accepting.
Well, that's a great fantasy. I hope it comes true.
Yeah, that would be terrific. Well, it's time to shelve my fantasies for a while and get back to work.
Right.
Should I tackle the Winfield folder?
No, you know what? I wrote a letter that I want you to type. I wrote it longhand. There's paper on that box there. Where is this thing? Here it is.
Okay, great.
But Renee's a friend of mine.
I have a reputation to protect, as well as a daughter. I don't want to see Renee around this house.
Carol, I think I'd better go.
No, you brought the baby a gift and we owe you thanks, not insults.
Take your gift and get the hell out of this house. I don't want to see your face around here ever again.
How dare you treat my friend like that?
Lee,
Yeah.
where did you get this? Who does it belong to?
There you go. Enjoy.
You.
Lee, I have been assessing your proposal. And frankly, I suspect an ulterior motive.
Elizabeth, look, if I decide to dissolve Dinah Women, which I'm thinking of doing, now, doesn't it make sense that I'd want to help find some of my consultants' other employees?
But why would you simply dissolve a thriving business? Why not sell it? Or could it be that your employees and their methods are so tainted, you're afraid if someone starts investigating?
Okay, look, I have told you, Elizabeth. Now, I did use Dinah Women in, all right, slightly unethical ways in the beginning, but that's over.
Slightly?
It is over. We are reputable now.
But you're calling in the favor, nevertheless.
No, I just don't see why a worldwide corporation like Sanders Chemicals wouldn't want some highly intelligent, capable dynamos, huh?
Lee, let me be frank about this. I would always worry that I was hiring moles for the competition. I couldn't trust your dynamos. I'm sorry. But you started this line of thinking by the way you started Dyna Women.
Well, I guess I can thank you for at least listening to my proposal.
And thank you, Lee. You're a charming woman, despite... Yes, well...
Oh, I know. You are never going to forget Dinah Women's past, are you?
My dear, individuals as well as countries tend to get in trouble when they ignore history.
Well,
Excuse me, Mrs. Sanders, you have a phone call from your butler?
Oh, dear. This might mean trouble. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, Payson. A hidden panel? And then he disappeared? Why didn't you call the company? Payson, of course, call the police. I'm on my way home anyway.
well, what was that about?
An exterminator talked himself into my house, claiming that I'd called him, found some sort of secret panel, and then ran off, leaving his equipment behind.
Well, that's bizarre.
Well, obviously, it's some sort of trick to get inside and burglarize the place. I must go at once.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry about that, Elizabeth. I hope nothing was taken. Oh, listen, before you give me that, why don't you put on a celebratory brandy? Thanks.